What's one thing you think I should improve on?
Ooh.
I will cut you.
I think I am intimidating.
These questions are hard, actually.
I know. We're so different, as you guys can tell.
I'm Gabby.
And I'm Shanna.
And we're 27 Travels.
And this video is gonna be the wife tag part 2. So I think the last time we filmed the wife tag, we said at the end oh, if you want us to do a part 2 or answer any more or different questions, so let us know. And you guys did let us know that you wanted a part 2, so that's what we're doing now. We're doing some construction outside, so hopefully you can hear us okay. Our window's literally right there, so.
Yeah, obviously we live in Brooklyn, so there's outside noises. That cannot be helped.
So what I did different this time is I actually asked AI or ChatGPT to come up with some of the questions for us, because I feel like when you Google wife tag questions, all the same stuff comes up that we already answered. So I wanted some different ones.
Yeah,
so.
And obviously we're tired of answering the same boring questions, so we thought that might make it more interesting. See what kind of fun questions they ask us.
Okay, so the first question, which I think after being together for almost 10 years, we should know by now, but what is my full name?
Shanna Marie Bridget, now mate Shiara.
Hey!
I got it right?
Yes, and Gabby's is Gabrielle Elizabeth, mate Shiara. The second question is, what do I like to do on my days off?
Shanna likes to clean the house. I'm not even kidding you. Shanna on her days off likes to clean.
That's so true.
That is prime Shanna.
And what do you like to do on your days off?
Yeah, what do I like to do on my days off?
I don't know. I feel like technically drawing for your art Instagram is part of work, but I feel like whenever we're relaxing or having an off day, you're drawing on your iPad.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's what I like to do on my days off. I like to draw. I find it really relaxing. Oh, this one's kind of hard. Okay. What is my dream vacation destination?
Okay, I feel like this is just hard because we obviously travel so much for our own personal things that we want to do, but also for work.
Yeah, but this is a good question actually, because there's a difference between traveling and wanting to go to certain places and a dream vacation.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard. I wonder what your dream vacation would be. I feel like we've done a lot of what we said our dream vacations would be, so now I really have to think. I think you'd want to go back to Japan, but go to that cat island.
Yes, 100%. I want to go to an island with cats. This could be you totally guessed it. This could either be a Greek island or an island in Japan with cats. Shanna's right. You're harder than I am. I think for you like going back to somewhere that we really, really love, somewhere like Curacao where you know the island and you can actually relax and you don't feel any stress or pressure or something. For example, when we go back to Sweden and it's we're the locals, because obviously your best friend lives in Sweden. One of those kind of places, I would think.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer. Sorry, I had to pause because Rascal used his letterbox, which is right over there.
Right there, and it was spinning, and it's kind of loud. It's not that loud in life of having it, but for a video, kind of loud.
Okay, what's something that I've always wanted to try but haven't?
Parasailing?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. That's probably something, yeah. We always say we want to parasail when we're on a trip somewhere, but it's always really expensive. I think that's what deters us from actually doing
expensive.
it. Yeah,
and also all of the conditions need to be right. One time we almost did it, and when we woke up, it was
South
canceled.
Africa, yeah.
Because all of the conditions were wrong with the weather, so that just wasn't meant to be.
I don't know, what's something you've always wanted to try but you haven't yet? Maybe some sort of craft that you haven't done, glass blowing or something.
Yes. That is the answer.
We're so different, as you guys can tell. What's one thing that I'm really passionate about?
These questions are hard, actually.
I know. Thank you, AI, for giving us hard questions about each other.
AI.
We've been together for so long that I think the normal questions are just too easy at this point.
It's I feel I know all the answers, but it's hard in the moment. I'm not just always thinking oh, what are you passionate about?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you really passionate about? I feel you're really passionate about doing the right thing, and you're really passionate about things being organized.
That's
three very different answers that are, I think, all true.
I think Gabby's really passionate about cats.
That's so true.
And animal rights, etc. If Gabby sees a kid chasing a chicken, she gets really mad about it.
That is so true. I will get really upset about that kind of stuff. I'm that should not be happening. Where are the parents?
Literally, where are the parents? What's my hidden talent?
Okay, well, I don't know if your hidden talent is hidden, but I would say breakdancing. Shanna is such a good dancer and such a good breakdancer, and she won't just breakdance in front of everyone. She will just randomly pull that out at a party when she's feeling it, and she will just start breakdancing, and so that's your hidden talent. But
or if I get dared to do it or something.
The thing is, the hidden part. I feel it's hidden because people wouldn't know, but I feel in your life, you tell your close friends and stuff that you can do that.
Yeah.
And then people know oh, Shanna will breakdance.
Yeah. I used to breakdance because I was a competitive dancer for my whole life, basically up until I was an adult. And I used to take breakdancing lessons because they had it at my studio. And actually, my breakdance teacher was one of the coaches for Team USA's breakdancing this year at the Olympics.
Yeah,
so that was really cool.
So cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. One thing that maybe people probably wouldn't think of is that like whenever we start a new platform for something, like whether it's like Pinterest or Lemonade or something, Gabby's really good at like being consistent on there and also like getting us followers. Like for example, like we made Rascal a TikTok like during COVID because we were just like, oh, like it'll just be something fun to do while we're like sitting at home. And Rascal has like 15,000 followers on TikTok and it's all Gabby. Like she just like did whatever she wanted to do.
Yeah, and I never update that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was fun. It wasn't about getting followers, it was just about making silly videos of our cat. But
I think, yeah, like, and even like your Doodle Gems, like that's Gabby's like art account. We probably talked about it before, but like she's just like really good at like being consistent on other platforms and like, you know, posting things that people like to engage with, I guess.
Thank you, baby.
Okay, what was the first gift I ever gave you? I actually think I know what this is.
I think I know what this is too.
What?
I think like when Shannon and I became girlfriends, it was like January. So like the first actual like holiday we spent together was Valentine's Day. So I'm pretty sure that you got me, the first ever gift you got me was a Valentine's Day gift. You got me peanut butter M&Ms or dark chocolate peanut M&Ms because those were my favorite. I wasn't vegan at the time. And you got me a ring. I remember it was like, it broke a few years ago, but it was like, it said like 27 on it.
I actually think I have a picture of what Gabby got me because I think it's still on my phone, but I remember you got me a card that had Scully on it from the X-Files because I love the X-Files. And you got me like a mug that I had up until like last year. It had like an S on it. And then you also got me like vegan candy from William Sonoma.
Yeah, I got you like
vegan sour candy.
Yeah, that was sour or something. Because even now, Shannon and I both feel like in our current lives, it's like our anniversary on January 27th. And then it's Valentine's Day, obviously February 14th. And then our wedding anniversary is February 27th. So like for us, all the big anniversaries are
plus like Christmas and Hanukkah, New Year's, like all like just a little bit before that. So it's like all the holidays for us are like all in a row.
Sandwiched together. So I was thinking like it had to be Valentine's Day. And I'm pretty sure I'm right about what you got me. You might have got me a card or something that I don't remember.
If I could have dinner with any historical figure or celebrity, who would it be?
That's so hard.
I don't even know. I don't know if I know the answer to this.
There's two I want to say. Either Bethany Joy Lenz, because Shanna was obsessed with her, or I would say the lady from the X-Files.
Gillian Anderson.
Gillian Anderson. If Gillian Anderson and Bethany Joy Lenz were at like a table at your favorite vegan restaurant and you showed up, boom.
Yeah, that's a pretty good answer. I feel like Gabby, I'm gonna say Hillary Duff.
It's Hillary Duff.
Because she loves Hillary Duff.
I love Hillary Duff.
And actually, I think Hillary Duff and Bethany Joy Lenz are friends. Maybe we could do like a group dinner.
I think we do group dinner, Hillary Duff, Bethany Joy Lenz.
There we go.
Let's meet in Brooklyn. What's up?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, this is a good one. What's one thing you think I should improve on?
Ooh. Let me go. No. I'm just kidding.
Go.
I think that Gabby is a very sensitive person, and obviously there's reasons behind why she is that way and why she's been that way her whole life. I'm trying to say this in a way that's like not offensive.
You can be a little offensive. It's not
I think being sensitive is a good thing because I think it means that like you obviously care about whatever the situation is and whatever is going on. But I think sometimes you're like just a little too sensitive. Like earlier this week, she thought one of her best friends since high school was mad at her because he didn't answer her text. He's obviously busy, like he's responding to us on social media and like other things, like responding in group chats, he's just like not responding to something she said directly, and she was like upset for like the whole week that he was mad at her. And I was like, Gabby, he's not mad at you. Like, it's fine. Like, you just need to like calm down. And obviously he wasn't mad at her, and he was like laughing about it after when we said that like Gabby thought he was mad at her. But I think that's like, obviously that comes from like a place of like your childhood, your upbringing, like traumas you have, things like that. So I know it's not just like easy to be like, just don't be that sensitive. But I just think that like if you could improve on that, understanding that the people in your life love you and want to be there for you, and like maybe if someone doesn't answer you, it doesn't mean that they hate you and they're never going to talk to you ever again.
Yeah, she's right. Time to say what you can improve on.
And what is that?
You could be more sympathetic to others in a lot of situations, and I do think that this has to do with the fact that you feel like you're always right, because you can't always be right. Even though I'll say that Shanna's right a lot, and I feel like you have a really good like guide for like honesty and loyalty and all of those things, but you still aren't always right, and I think it's good sometimes to be a little more sympathetic to others. That's it. That's all I have to say there.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it.
I'm working on it.
It's kind of like, I'll say, like we've been together 9 years. You're 900 times better than when we first met. Like I feel like
Hey.
I feel like you're really empathetic towards me.
Yeah.
But like it just could be towards other people. If I could live anywhere in the world, where would I choose?
I think you would choose here. Brooklyn, New York, baby.
I would choose here. I love living here. And if not, a close second would be like Curacao.
Yeah.
Or something, you know? Somewhere tropical, somewhere I have family, and somewhere with like a beach. You would also live here.
I think
you would also live here.
That's one thing that Gabby and I have always like aligned with. Like we're both native New Yorkers. We're both from New York. Our families are here. Well, at least part of Gabby's family, because the rest of our family's in Curacao, obviously. But we've just always like felt like we belong in New York, specifically New York City. Like I think we were both born in Long Island, but we haven't lived there in a very, very long time.
We do not want to live in Long Island.
Yeah, we do not want to live in Long Island.
no.
We only want to live in New York City. And like even though I love Brooklyn, like I would be open to like moving to like other boroughs, not Staten Island. But I would be open to moving to like other boroughs of New York, but Brooklyn just really feels like home.
Yeah, like I feel like Shanna and I are both people that travel all the time, but like when we come home, we feel like, oh, we're home.
And like
Home
New
sweet
York
home.
feels
so
like
good
home.
to be back. And I don't know if everybody feels that with the place that they're from, but like I know that we feel like that with the place that we're from. So
and we've traveled so many places. Like if you saw our last video, like I've been to 40 countries, and the fact that like after visiting 40 countries and how many different cities and how many different places, like I still only want to live in New York. Like
yeah,
that says something.
What is a misconception people have about me?
I think that people think that because Gabby's so nice, like I said earlier, that they can walk all over her. But that's not true, because one, she's a New Yorker, okay? Two, she's the eldest daughter, okay? So if you mess with Gabby, I'm also a New Yorker eldest daughter, by the way. But if you mess with Gabby, she seems nice, but she will come at you if you like wrong her.
I will cut you. But people never think that.
Never.
They always are like, Gabby's so nice. So I do think people always try and like get one over on me. That's like a really common like.
I don't know if people are like trying to get one over on you, but I think that
they will
like
try to like take advantage.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's what it is.
I think
but
they
that's
just
what it feels
naturally.
like.
I think because of your personality, like it just seems like you would be more easily manipulated by stuff, but you're really not.
A misconception about you. I think that people think that you're really intimidating. Like when people meet Shanna.
I actually think that's true. I think I am intimidating.
You are kind of intimidating, but I do think it's a misconception. I think that when people meet Shanna, they think she's really intimidating, or she might be mean or like standoffish or something, which like I don't get, because I never had that misconception about you myself. Like I never have thought once that about you.
Yeah.
Like I do think you can be tough, but like like New York tough, the same way you're saying that I can be tough. Like I think that you're just like confident.
I think I'm also very direct.
Direct.
Yeah, I think I say exactly what I think. And some people maybe.
Some people don't love that.
Yeah.
I see it as a good quality. Like personally, like those are things that I love about you. Do you know what I mean? Like I would not like want you to change that about yourself at all, but I do think it leads to like this misconception people have when they first meet Shanna, like where they'll like meet her for the second time and they'll be like, oh my God, you're actually so nice and friendly. And I'm always like, how did you not figure that out the first time? I don't.
Okay, I like this question.
These are good questions. Go AI.
What's a decision I made that you didn't agree with at first?
Oh, I don't know. I bet there's a lot.
There's probably a lot. Gabby and I will say, because we're both the eldest daughter, and because we're both New Yorkers, we are very stubborn. So like if we have an idea in our head, like we will not like really give in to the other person. Like it takes a lot for us to both give in. And I feel like that's one of like the things in a relationship that I don't think will ever change. That's just who we are as people, and we've just like learned to like accept that about one another. I feel like when we first moved in together, there were some things that you wanted to do in the apartment that I would not have wanted to do. Like it wasn't done my way per se.
I think it's still like that. Like,
Yeah.
I think that like we as a couple have to like really like, that's what was hard about moving in together. Like now it's easier because if we want to like, let's say we want to redo the kitchen, we will like discuss it a lot before it happens.
Yeah, we'll
There's time
discuss it
to
with each
do
other
that.
and like find the pieces that
Middle
we like
ground.
or whatever. Yeah, but like when you're first moving in, you kind of just need to like get furniture and like get stuff like right away. And I was used to living by myself because I lived by myself for like 3 years before dating Gabby. Or I mean, before we moved in together. And Gabby lived with her dad.
I think it made us realize that we're both headstrong and we're both the kind of people to like have an idea and like go with it. But like when you're in a relationship, you have to like
consult the other person.
consult the other person.
I guess.
And so that's something that I think that we've learned over time.
What is a unique tradition we have as a couple? That's a really good question.
I have the
Unique
answer.
tradition. What?
Christmas.
Even though Gabby and I are like not religious, we just obviously grew up as a Jewish person. She grew up celebrating Hanukkah, and as raised Catholic, I grew up celebrating Christmas. So I think it's like, it's really fun, best of both worlds. Anyone who doesn't celebrate Christmas, you're missing out.
I feel like it's the traditions, like the mixing of holidays, you know, like we might like celebrate one Jewish holiday and then celebrate a different like holiday that you grew up with, or like, you know, you had certain traditions that you did on Christmas Eve, so now we have like our own version of those traditions that are usually like a mishmash of like random things. Like on Christmas Eve we'll have like Chinese food because that's what I did growing up because I'm Jewish.
And then
like,
on Christmas Day we'll have like pasta or like pizza because that's what I grew up with because my family's like New York Italian.
Yeah,
so.
And then like it's Hanukkah, so I'll make like, you know, like a Hanukkah feast and like we'll like have a Hanukkah party, and so it's like everything is like totally mixed, and I feel like those are like really unique traditions like to us, right?
I think another one we have is that because we met at Pride, every Pride we always make sure to go to the lesbian bar Cubbyhole where we met at because we're always here for New York Pride.
That's a good one.
So we always go to Cubbyhole on New York Pride, and we make sure to go to like where we met, which was like close to the jukebox and the bar, if you know Cubbyhole. And then we just like, you know, hang out there.
Yeah, I agree. That's a very unique tradition, especially because we met at Pride. We really try not to miss New York Pride. I think that we have once or twice, but it was like towards the beginning of our relationship. Like in recent years, we haven't. But also like who in year one is like, let's go do this tradition of where we met last year.
Yeah. But I think that's really fun because we always get to say like, hey, we met here X amount of years ago and this year it'll be 10 years.
Yeah, like we always go and we like kiss in the spot where we first met.
Yeah.
So like it's cute.
When we first met we didn't kiss.
No, but I got like a cheek kiss. It was like a bye.
Yeah.
And you had to go. What is my favorite TV show? Or I guess favorite TV shows. Let's just say that because like who has one favorite only? That's so I don't know. That.
I feel like we've been rewatching Bones, so I know you like Bones. I know you like certain animes like Fruits Basket.
That's my favorite.
And then I think you also like The Office. I don't know. I feel like
I always watch Monk. I'm really obsessed with Monk.
Yeah,
and whenever
like Monk.
It's like a comfort show for me. Like if I'm working and like there's nothing to put on, I'm like I'm gonna put on Monk. And it's a show that I'll say that I rewatch every few years. So that probably is like I can guess yours easy peasy.
Okay.
Fringe. Bones. The X-Files. I don't think what else. There's so many.
There's
Lost.
like there's probably one. There's one more that is for sure.
Shanna is a TV show person. She's literally like barely watched any movies, and I'm a movie person.
There's one more that you're missing.
What am I missing? Oh, Charmed.
Yeah, there you go. Those are probably my top favorite shows ever. Yeah.
Shanna's, like I said, Shanna is a TV show person. Like she like has watched a ton of TV shows. She like has seen way more shows than I have. But I've seen more movies. This one is the last question, and I kind of think that it's a juicy one. How do you think I've changed since we got married? I like that it's specific to marriage, which for us is only 2 years.
Well, because it's like the wife tag, so I guess it's like when you got married. Maybe for both of us, I don't know if it's just for Gabby specifically, but I feel like maybe we've gotten more confident in like saying that we're together, like when we're traveling or in public and stuff, because I feel like sometimes as a queer person, you're just like testing the waters and you're like, oh, I don't know if I should say that we're together, or if I say girlfriend, like are they gonna know what that means kind of thing. But I think when you're married as a queer person, when you say that's my wife, like there's no like questions about like what's going on. It's like you for sure
you know what that
you know what that means, and whether or not you like it, that's your problem.
That's up to you.
But I think it makes me feel more confident. Okay, I'm gonna just talk a little bit louder because they started whatever construction they were doing outside, and now it sounds really loud. Of course, at the very last question.
New York had to follow through and give you guys some ambient noise.
But I feel like as a queer person, like saying that like that person is not just your partner, not just your girlfriend, but like your wife or your husband or something along those lines. Your spouse, whatever. Like I'm married to this person. I think it makes it seem more official to other people, and there is no question to the people asking like what your relationship is to one another, because I feel like that tends to happen a lot in like queer relationships where people are like unsure, like are you sisters, are you friends, are like whatever.
Or like you'll say girlfriend, and I think because a lot of women use the term girlfriend like for their friend, there's a lot of confusion around the term girlfriend, which if you're an ally watching this, maybe don't call your friends your girlfriends.
There's just no need to like gender them. There's no need to gender them. Like,
because it's one of those things that does make it hard if you are queer and you want to use the word girlfriend. Whereas I agree with Shanna, saying wife, so direct. It does make me feel more confident because I can just say, this right here, she's my wife. That is my wife. Look at that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like the biggest change for me is that I like calling you my wife.
Okay, so we're gonna end this video here because the construction has started.
Yeah, which means that's our universe signal to be done now.
I'm gonna get a little closer to the mic. I think it'll be easier to hear us if we get a little closer to the mic. But thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed AI's version of the wife tag part 2.
Yeah, and I actually think they gave some really good and unique questions. Thank you, ChatGPT. I mean, can be useful.
So thank you all so much for watching. If you want us to do a part 3 or you have any other questions that you want us to answer, leave it down in the comments and we'll be sure to answer them. And we love you all so much, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye.